Hello world, it's Luann Pygott. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm baking something new for you today. This is not a new recipe for me. I've made it before, but I've never made it, I've always made it in the little custard cups, but today I'm making it in the full-size pan and I'm doubling the recipe. And it is called Baked Lemon Cake Pudding. This is the neatest thing. It is, you mix it all together, you put it in the either the little custard cups or the pan, and it bakes and separates. And I'm getting a bowl. It separates into like a pudding layer on the bottom and a cake layer on top. Oh, it is good. So I'm going to make that today. And starts with, now remember, I am doubling the recipe. So I am going to do, oh, I forgot to look something up. Well, we'll just guess. So I'm going to do, wait, my water's boiling over here. Hold on. There we go. Gotta have some boiling water for it, so I'm getting that going. It starts with 4 eggs separated. So I'm going to make egg whites here real quick. So I'm going to get this egg. Here, I'll let you see. This is how I do it. I pour it into my hand, and then the white, my clean washed hand, by the way. The egg whites will separate into the bottom, and you can hold on to the yolk. And you can kind of encourage it to do it. And then you take the yolk, put it aside, then you put your egg white in your bowl. So I saw this on a cooking show one time and thought, okay, that really works where it works well. Okay, dump it into my hand. I do have a little piece of shell right there. There we go. Let the egg whites fall below. Put the egg yolk in another dish. Put the egg white in there. That's 2. Hold on real quick. Let me get rid of some of these shells. They make such a mess. Okay. I'm going to do number 3. Drain off the egg whites of what you can. Dump it into your hand. There's all kind of tools and stuff they have to do this. Actually found I like this the best because I can feel the egg and the egg white, and I feel like I'm more in control of what it's doing and where it's going because it's in my hand. I have tried all other ways too. I've tried all them little tools and they work pretty well. But when I tried it this way, I'm like, oh yeah, there we go. There's my favorite. It's, to me, the most likely to not have it break. Okay, there are 4 egg whites. Now I'm going to start beating the egg whites. And it's going to be really loud. Sorry about that. Let me turn that back. There you go. I should have put the other beater in there. Let me get the other beater. This isn't even the right one. Let's put the whisk in there. Try it again. There we go. I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and continue with that. soft peak forms, and that's what we have there, soft peaks. So now I'm going to gradually add in a cup of sugar and keep beating till we get stiff peaks. Just adding sugar. Like a little waterfall of sugar. All right, there you go. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, it's not quite a stiff peak. See, it's still runny and falling over, so we're going to do it some more. I am going to actually scrape it a little bit since this one doesn't scrape the sides of the bowl like the other beater does. So let me scrape the sides here to get that extra sugar off the side onto my beaters. And raise it back up and let's go to town. Let's see what we have now. I think we have more of a stiff peak now. Look at there. Okay, so let's say we are good with that. I'm going to take this bowl off of here and then knock it off of the beater. And I'm going to put this in another bowl because I'm going to need to use this bowl again. So I'm going to take all this meringue and I'm just going to scrape it into this bowl. I think I could have beat it longer than this. Oh, it's pretty stiff peaked. All right, I think it'll work. Because it's standing up pretty high. I think we're okay. I'm not real sure all that sugar's dissolved, but it will. Trying to get all of it in there. That's pretty good. It does flop over a little. Okay, so we're going to leave that in there. Then we're going to take our same bowl. You don't have to wash this. Just use the same one. And then we're going to put the other beater in there, though. Then we're going to take, well, one thing I have to do before we do with that is I am going to squeeze the lemons. So you want 2/3 a cup of lemon juice. And I've still got egg shells over here. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so it says take about 4 lemons and you want 2/3 a cup. So we're going to see when that gets to 2/3 a cup. We also needed lemon zest, but I'm not going to do lemon zest. I like to do lemon extract, and I totally forgot to look up how much. How much extract equals zest. So I'm going to have to guess. All right, so let's do, so you need 2 tablespoons of zest if you're going to do the lemon zest. All right, here we go. I'm going to squeeze my lemons in my lemon squeezer. I said 2/3 a cup. Hopefully it's going to be enough. This is how many lemons it said. That wants to turn. When it has a real like knobby end, it doesn't work very well in there. So just cut that off. Then it has a place to like stay on and push. Okay, there's that. 2 lemons. I forgot how long of a process this is to make this cake. I haven't made it in years. It does take a little bit of time to mix all this stuff. It's not hard at all, though. It's probably going to be later than I expected. That's okay, though. I love this lemon squeezer. I just got this at Bed Bath & Beyond. It's, to me, the easiest one to do. So we're close to 2/3 a cup. Let me get the last lemon here. This better push us over the edge. We're in out of luck. All right. And here we go. Now, if you are going to zest the lemons, you want to do that before you squeeze them. Don't try to do it after you squeeze them. It won't work very well. But I'm going to use lemon extract instead because it's so much easier. 2 tablespoons of lemon zest is an awful lot of lemon zest. Oh, we're right there at it. This is going to be perfect. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's 2/3 a cup of lemon juice. Yep, that took 4 lemons. 4 pretty big lemons. Let me check over here. I'm warming up my chili. We'll see how that's doing. That's doing good. Okay. Now, so after we have beat the egg whites, we are going to beat the egg yolks with a 1/2 cup of sugar, with the lemon juice, 2 cups of milk, 6 tablespoons of flour, and 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Okay, we're going to mix all that in and beat it together. So there's our yolks. Our 1/2 cup of sugar. Our 2/3 of lemon juice. 4 tablespoons of melted butter. 6 tablespoons of flour. I'm going to start mixing that a little bit. I'm going to add 2 cups of milk. This will be real runny. Okay, we get a lemon extract. I'm going to say about a teaspoon of this for this double-sized recipe. Lemon extract is really, really strong. Stronger than vanilla. Alright, now we have our oven on 350. Okay, there we go. So let's make sure I got everything in there. 4 egg yolks, half a cup of sugar, lemon extract or the lemon peel and the juice, that's 2/3 a cup, 2 cups of milk, 6 tablespoons of flour, 4 tablespoons of butter, beaten until well mixed. Okay, we've got that. Then, now it's real runny. Yes, it is. It's supposed to be. It's liquid. Then I'm going to take it off of here and we're going to fold in those egg whites. Just make sure this is mixed well. Okay, it is. Now, if you don't know how to fold egg whites, I will show you how to fold. So, generally what you want to do is put about 1/3 of it or so in to start. And start folding that. You can either use a thing like this, or you can use a whisk. I think I'm going to start with a whisk. With this, I've lost my whisk. I had it. Oh, here it is. I washed it, put it in the drain. Okay, let me put that down. So I am going to, so you sort of sacrifice the first little bit of your egg whites, kind of, to get your initial mix in. Now this is going to be, it's going to be runny, because this is how it separates into pudding. Okay, so then I'm going to mix that in. Now I'm going to put the rest in. This doesn't work quite as perfectly as if it was a regular cake. But remember, you're kind of making pudding slash cake. Put all the rest in. I think I'm going to still stick with a whisk. It says use a spatula or a whisk. But because it's so runny, I think I am going to stick with that whisk. I think it's going to work better with this one. Okay, let's try that again. So we have our oven on 350. Now, you can either get some of those little custard cups, like the 1/2 cup size custard cups, and you want to grease them. You'll use 12 of them for this double recipe, because see, the single recipe only makes 6. So this double recipe would make 12 of those. Or you can get a 2-quart, for the double recipe, a 2-quart dish, and grease that and put that in the dish, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in the dish so I don't have to make 12 individual ones. All right, so there I have mixed it in. There we go. Now it's a little foamy. And then I want to show you what you're going to do, because it's different. And I think this is called a bain-marie. I don't even know if that's how you say it. And I think it's called bain-marie, something similar to that. So what you're going to do is you're going to put this in a hot water bath, actually. It's really easy. So you take your pan and you want it in something that has like, you're making a moat around it, and you're going to put hot boiling water around the pan, and that keeps it from burning and helps it to cook right. So the first thing you want to do is grease the pan. So I'm just going to spray the pan. You can grease however you want it. Okay, so I'm greasing it. I'm just spraying it with a non-stick spray. Then you're going to pour in your batter, your really liquidy batter. That's just like total liquid. And then you're going to carefully, because it's real runny, take this to your 350-degree oven. Now you really, if you're going to do this thing with the water, you want to put this, with this shallow pan particularly, you want to put this in the oven first. You don't want to have to put all that water, you don't want to carry that water, because you're going to put boiling water in it. Now I've got water over here on my stove that's boiling right here. So see, I've got my boiling water ready. And I'm going to, here, let's do this. I'm going to try to do it where you can see. That isn't working so well. Maybe here. Let's try that. This wants to come off my holder. Hold on. If I can get that to stay. Okay, so I'm going to open my oven. You've got to be careful closing this too. Hopefully I can do this. See, my racks don't slide very easily, so I really don't know if this is going to work. And you still can't see it. Okay, let's try it over here. There we go. Okay, I really don't want it that far out because it's going to slosh. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the oven. And don't worry about bubbles with this one. You don't want to slap this one on the counter. Actually, I think I may push the rack on in and see if I can just pull the pan out, because this rack sticks so bad. It doesn't slide easily at all. Alright. Ooh. I mean, not at all. Alright, let's do that. Okay. Then I'm going to put this in. Like that. I'm going to let some of it stick out here, but make sure, let me turn on my oven light. Make sure that we can reach it. Okay, here we go. Alright, that's what I'm going to do right there. Then I'm going to take my boiling water and I'm going to pour it in this pan that's around the other pan. And this is trying not to get it. You don't want it in your batter. This is not pouring well. Well, I'm just going to have to keep trying. So this is boiling water that you just want in the outside pan to go, you want it to go like halfway up the edges of your pan, of the other pan, which is pretty much going to be like this whole pan. And it's going to give it like a steam bath. Like I said, I think the name for this is something like Bain Marie. It's pretty easy. You just pour water into the pan. I think that's pretty full. There we go. Then we try to slide this in here a little further. I'm not even going to try to turn it. I'm just going to slide it. There you go. Got it in. Okay, so then for the pan, it says that will take, now if you're doing the little custard cups, it's 40 to 45 minutes. For this, it says 55 to 65 minutes. It takes quite a while. So I'm going to set it for 55 minutes. And then it says, until the pudding top is golden and firm. The pudding will separate into a cake layer on top and a sauce underneath. And then you're going to cool it on a wire rack, and then you will have a fantastic dessert. Okay, so it's really good. So when you eat it, you will scoop it out, and it will have like this sauce, pudding, custardy, sort of like a curd on the bottom. So you have this lightweight cake on top, and a bunch of pudding on the bottom. It's so good. So I'll put a picture in with the recipe later, and until later when I come back and do my ministry live. Well, actually, I'm going to go do my makeup right now. I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.